and Grand Rising. I'm not gonna be able to be on this live long because my my charger, I gotta get another charger for this phone. And I'm already just on like 27%. So I figure I'll talk about 15%. And then I just go ahead and I got about 15% to spend. I was supposed to do this on the laptop so that I could see if the Zoom would be working. So I think maybe next week, maybe after the weekend, or maybe Sunday or Monday, I will try to do a live for Zoom. But yeah, I wanted to just come on and thoughtfully thank all of the people who are newly subscribing to the channel. There's been a lot of new subscribers on here, a lot of new subscribers on TikTok. So I wanted to thank everyone who is joining the channel. I want to thank everyone who has been supporting the content, the people who have found me, through this time. I'm popping up on your algorithm. Thank the ancestors that you are finding me. So I'm really, really thankful to everyone who has joined the channel. All of the new comments that I'm receiving, I really, really take the time to look over all of the comments and to see who's ever messaging me. And I just want to say this, and I'm not, not being shady. I'm just being really, really honest. And if people take it in a negative way, then hey, such is life. Life is negative and positive. It takes a negative and a positive battery to charge anything. But I try to be, balanced. I try not to just give you negative. I try to give you negative and positive, okay? But people who are commenting on my page, people who are coming, hey, Purple Prodigy, I love you. But people who are commenting on my page, people who are commenting in the comment section, a lot of y'all are commenting and y'all don't have any content. Like when I go, like, you leave negative comments or you'll leave rude comments. You'll say things that I find to be rude and disrespectful and not merited. And when you leave those comments, um I don't know if you expect for me to respond. I don't know if you expect for me to entertain you, but I just want to let you know I'm not going to entertain you at all. Like, I'm not going to entertain negative comments in the comment section. I'm not going to do it at all. Like, especially if you don't have any content for me to base your perception of me off of. Like if I can go to your page and I can look at your content and I can see, oh, okay, maybe this person, I could see why they feel this way about me, or I could see why they think this way about me because they practice this, or they believe in this, or this is their school of thought, or this is their perspective. Then I could understand where you're coming from. But if you don't have any content, you don't have anything that I could research to tell me a little bit about who is making the comment, because a lot of y'all are making private accounts. You can't say what you want to say with your whole chest. You can't stand on business. You're somebody who I probably know who doesn't really care for me, who doesn't respect the fact that during this season the platform is starting to get more attention, more notoriety. Things are starting to come towards the platform, and you're somebody who dislikes me and does not. Hey, daughter Fatima. You're someone who dislikes me and does not have the courage to say it with your whole chest from your own platform. So y'all are creating these burner accounts and y'all are coming up in my comment section with a means to try to defame my character, or with a means to try to make me look like I'm just some weirdo who on here talking things that I have no knowledge about. And whenever I speak, let's be clear, this is my perspective. It's not a law. I am not the government, because if I was, I wouldn't even be live right now. I'd be shut down, because that's what your government gives. But I'm not your government. I'm not the government. I'm on here sharing my perspective just like everybody else on this internet. I'm on here sharing my perspective, my opinion. And so when y'all come up in the comment section and y'all try to discredit me after y'all done sit through a whole video, and you're mad because my opinion is not the same as yours, I with the video with Tammy Roman, I saw, there were people who disagree with me in the comment section about the Tammy Roman and about the Mama Didi thing. Now, this is what I want y'all to understand, and I want y'all to understand clearly. As a whole person, I can walk and chew gum at the same time. I can disagree with you, disagree with some things that you said. It doesn't mean that I don't mess with you at all. It just means that I disagree with you on a particular thing. The side that we're living in right now, I definitely believe that some lines need to be drawn in the sand, and I definitely believe that we have to be clear about some of the things that where we stand on some things. Where am I on pedophilia? Where am I on child trafficking? It's deplorable. I think that you need to be dealt with how you gonna be dealt with. I think it's deplorable. I think that taking food stamps from people, taking resources from people, but also taking away our ability to be able to grow our own fruit, not having trees that produce fruit, not having trees that produce vegetables, water not being free. These are things that the Creator gave us freely. If you're not going to make sure that we have fruit and vegetables growing in our neighborhoods, if you're not going to make sure that we have clean water in our neighborhoods like the Creator intended, then bitch, don't take away my fucking food stamps. And all of you boots on the ground ass people who talking about some everybody who got an able body need to work. Well, baby, I should be able to pick a apple or an orange or a banana off a tree. I should be able to go and get me some clean ass water, but I can't. So run me my stamps. I didn't ask for this lab project, this science project. I didn't ask for capitalism. I didn't ask for greed. I didn't ask for none of that. If I need to work, let me work my ass up this tree and get some of these fruits and vegetables off this tree. Give me a garden. Let me work in my garden. Don't tell me when I could go. Don't stop killing up all the fish in the water, putting shit in it, polluting the water. Until then, run me my stamps. Nah. So, I have my philosophies, I have my things that I believe, I have my things that I feel, but I sit and I mind my business. I mind my business. I mind my business. I be over here minding my business. But when you come up in the comment section and you try to give me a slave narrative because you've just gone on to accept things the way that they are, don't think that I have to accept it. You're not finna tell me I need to be happy about working for people who constantly taking things out of our communities. I need to be happy to get up and go to work for things that should be fucking free. No, you work for what you love. You work for what you appreciate. You should never be a slave to your job. Like when your government gives a care about you, when people give a care about you, it should be fruit trees around here. It should be apple trees, plum trees, grape trees, bitch. It should be shit growing where we could go and eat. Where if we need a mental health day, if we need time to take care of, if we can't make it in, if we got some things going on, and then our bodies would be healthier. Like y'all got us around here with messed up bodies eating processed food. We got to pay for garbage. And then when we get sick, and then when we get mentally ill or emotionally ill or physically ill, y'all blaming us, saying we need to work. Put that down. Put that down. Always got something in your mouth. Put that down. It's like dealing with children. Mentally challenged halflings need to place that misdirected anger to the ones that's taking away your resources and playing with your emotions. Right. Right, misguided anger. And it's a lot of that going on around. It's a lot of people with misguided anger. It's a lot of people getting on here fussing at people that don't really have no control over what's going on right now. Like, you fussing at the wrong people. Like, you mad at the wrong people. You mad at the wrong people. Channel that energy where it needs to go. I saw that they had a march, they had a rally or a protest the other day. They had a rally or a protest the other day, and they said, no kings. And I'm not of the mind that, if people want to get out and peacefully protest, I think you have a right. I'm not one of these black people that's finna be telling y'all it's not my fight. Don't get out there and don't, I'm not gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm not like, for every rally, I done got to the point in my life. This is where I am in my life. And this is why I continue to do the work that I do. If I was not welcome to the table when y'all was thinking about doing this, like when you was conceptualizing this, like, this is where I'm at in my life. If I was not at the table when y'all was conceptualizing, like if you didn't have me in mind when you was thinking this up, because see, this is what the government did to us. They made something without you in mind. They conceptualized without you in mind. And this is why I've stayed grassroots with Lay Lim Lay Lur for so long, because I've been looking for my tribe, looking for the people to help to elevate this, looking for the people to help expand this. I've been doing that, and I've been trying to stay humble, because I'm not finna do a whole bunch of work and then let other people benefit off of my work. So I've been trying to include people at the table while we were in the building process, because I am very much that way. Don't wait till you got everything together, wait till you got all of the funding set up, and then you just want me to come in and do a particular thing, because I don't know what type of intentions have been put on this. You can't just wave a check in my face. You can't just tell me you're going to give me some money and think that I'm going to be down for the plot. Please understand that I'm not that person. If y'all haven't figured that out by now, then you don't know me. But don't think that you could just wave a check in my face and I'm going for it. Don't think that you could just come at me with a nasty coin and I'm down for the plot. That's not me. Now, I'm not going to say I don't appreciate a coin. That would be a lie. That would be a lie. But you can't just wave a nasty coin in my face like some of these girls, like some of our community members. Baby, as long as it's a cute check involved, they down for the plot. It don't matter. It don't matter how it compromises community. It don't matter how it compromises us in the long run. It don't matter if it works against us. I'm concerned about living cute now and eating good now. I'm not that girl. I'm not that community member. I'm not the one that you can reach out to for that. So like I said, I'm at this place in my life where when the table is being set, when y'all planning the menu, you need to call me, because I might want to bring a dish. My God is God on today. Reach out to me while you're planning the menu. That's very much my spirit. That's very much my personality. That's very much my character. Don't get all your ducks in a row. Get your shit how you want it to be done, and then think that you finna include me on the tail end just because you have a nasty check for me. The way things are going, and I think that needs to be modeled for society. That needs to be modeled for community. Because a lot of times when people get their stuff set up exactly how they want to go, they'll just use you. That's why they use celebrities like they use celebrities. That's why celebrities don't have no voice right now in politics. That's why celebrities is quiet right now. Because they literally pawns that the system is using. And everybody is fine with it. They get a celebrity to come out who you don't really know nothing about them. You don't know nothing about their personhood. You don't know nothing about their character. character. All you know is the art that they putting out, which could be written by someone else, could have been created by somebody else, and they just using their celebrity brand to promote it. But a lot of people are working with artists. We don't know anything about their personhood, anything about their character, anything about what they stand for. All we know is that eyeballs is gonna be on them. People gonna look at them. People gonna pay them some attention. If you bring them, people gonna show up. People gonna pack the house. We know that. And so y'all give them a nasty check and they come out, but they're not invested in the core values of what you're building. They're not invested in your vision. You just had a nasty check for them. And I don't need to share space with people like that. I don't need to collaborate with people like that. People who have that mindset, because right now things need to be new and fresh, and how we topple the 1%, how we change this dynamic, how we switch things around is we build things initially with more integrity from the foundation. We're considerate of people from the beginning to the end. You have more people at the table. You listen to more people. You include more people in your vision. This is how our government failed us. This is how this nation has failed us. This is how they continue to fail us. By us, and we are modeling that same thing by creating this narrative. I talked about this in a video and a lot of y'all, didn't get it. But when Hope said that Angelica wanted her to be Emily, and it felt like Hope was trying to be her and she wanted a Emily. This is what I find so much in our community specifically, and I'm gonna speak specifically about our community because that's where I have the most experience with. But a lot of girls in the community, they're looking for their opportunity. They're not really invested in what you're doing. A lot of them don't care about what you're doing. They care that you have a setup. You look like you're doing good for yourself. You got something established. You look like you're doing pretty good for yourself. How can I get my cut? And then build off of that. Now I respect what you're doing. I'm invested in what you're doing. I believe, because see, when you believe in what another person is doing, you're not going to feel like no damn Emily. When you believe in the work that another person is doing, when you support their vision, when you're connected to you're not going to feel like an Emily, sis. And if people always got to compensate you for if they don't want to be around you unless you're compensating them, then that shows you they're MAGA too. That's MAGA. That's a MAGA mentality. Bitch, if you ain't got no check for me, I ain't coming. Bitch, if you ain't got no money for me, I'm not showing up. That's MAGA. And bitch, you should work until you die. You should work every day for the rest of your life, bitch. That's the spell you're casting for yourself. You don't believe in nothing. You ain't supporting nothing. You ain't showing up for nothing unless it's a coin involved for you. Bitch, you should work every day for the rest of your life. And after that, hoe. Hogging resources to invest into redecorated these tacky Mayo buildings is truly shameful and sad. Pointing the finger at innocent beings is weak as shit. That part. The age of Aquarius is here. You better say that, incognito mystic. Preach, sister. All right, now talking about some what's up, homie. Don't get booted, Shavam. Ashe, what's the subject? It's a whole lot. TS discernment and clarity. Exactly. They got hella confused, Oracle. Hello, Super Rainbow Queen. Happy Wednesday. We do need to plant more fruit trees. Exactly. They're specifically only planting male trees. They starving us. Ayo, they making us have to work like this. Then they making us dependent on their systems. Like y'all, like it could be way more fruit trees. It could be way more vegetable life and plant life that we can have access to. And y'all taking all that up so y'all could build buildings and corporations. Then y'all want to try to make people feel guilty when everybody shouldn't have to participate in this matrix day in and day out for survival. You should be able to take a break. You should be able to rest. You should be able to go over there by your neighbor house or over there by your cousin house. One thing I could say, when I was living in Africa, I bought groceries. But let me tell you something. If it ever came down to it, it was an avocado tree over here. It was a banana tree over here. It was some tomatoes growing over here. Bitch wasn't gonna starve. And this was at the neighbor's house. And baby, they didn't really charge nothing. Maybe $1 for 3 or 4 avocados, and you know that's a superfood. We're not the last minute girls. We stay ready. We don't gotta get ready. Yeah, that one go get pinned. Yes, celebrities are karaoke mimics. You better say that. I need some of that. They're just glamorous decorations and acting, not sovereign action. Everyone who takes or is hyper invested in the plantation court gestures in just this day and age embarrassing, and it's an insult that they push them in our faces day in and day out. Ashe. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that I won't participate in no rally or no march, but I'm definitely gonna know who I'm standing on side. I'm definitely gonna know who I'm standing on side when we get ready to ride out. You can't just tell me it's a rally and it's a marching, bitch. I'm showing up. Nah, that we not in them days no more, Fed. Oh, they having a rally, they having a march. You should come. Nah, that's not how we do it, Fed. Who over the march? Who over the rally? Tell them to reach out to me. Yeah, let's talk about that. Cause a lot of girls pretend to be abolitionists, but they're not. A lot of girls pretend to be freedom fighters. A lot of girls want to call themselves Harriet Tubman, but bitch, you're not. And bitch, I'm not even Harriet Tubman, cause Harriet Tubman started working for the government. Bitch, before she left up out of here, she was working for the government. So bitch, you do with that information what you will. You do with that information. Some people say Harriet wasn't real. Some people say Harriet never existed. I ain't gonna go that far. But we do know that the person known as Harriet Tubman did leave up out of here working for the government. A high ranking office. So, I'm Harriet before that. I connect with some of that. I don't know about having no high level position in government. Like, it would have to be a complete overhaul for me to tie myself to that at this point. And I hear young people, like I remember when I was 16, 17 years old, I did want to enroll in the military and they wouldn't let me because I had already started my transition. So they turned me down, honey. Oh, baby, they turned me down. And, but like when I hear like young people who are going to enroll in the military and they saying stuff like, you get to travel here, you get to eat free, I don't have to pay no bills. I'm like, But at what cost, though? At what cost? And you don't really think about the cost when you're not even 27 years old, like when your brain ain't even finished developing. And that's when most people join the military. Like a lot of people do not join the military after 26 years old. Like most people enroll in the military when they are 18, 19, 20, 21, like before you get your critical thinking matter. And you've aligned yourself with an establishment that ultimately, once you get in the military, after you done served, you don't even want to live here no more. Once you done seen, like you hear a lot of the soldiers talking about how they like it in other countries. Motherfuckers, when they finish their tour, when they finish their commitment, bitch, they trying to move to another country. You done served this country so you could leave it. And we talking about thanks for your service. And this is no shade to any military soldier. I got family members who in the military. But the fact that y'all will complain about giving people food stamps and giving people welfare, but then the soldiers, a lot of them don't even have to be in active duty. Like they don't really have to be on the front lines. Like they literally just be getting their education, they be traveling, they be learning a skill. Like they're enlisted, but they're not really at war because child, a lot of soldiers, they're just not really at war. Like a lot of them not even in active duty. And y'all will be like, thanks for your service, child. The your tax dollars are taking care of them very well. Your tax dollars are paying for them very well. I think you've already said thank you, Fat. I think you said thank you. And then at this time to be participating in these shenanigans that Donald Trump got going on. It's like some things we do, we just do them blindly. Like we don't really think about, like we just say it as a formal thing. Oh, when you see a soldier, you're supposed to tell a soldier thank you for your service. When you see a soldier, you're supposed to give a soldier this. You're supposed to do that for a service. And again, I have family members who are in the military, so it is not me dragging the military. I'm just saying, Fat, I think we've said thank you. You ain't paying no rent. You traveling. Your education is free. You traveling free. You eat free. Everywhere you go, everything is on the government tab. I think the people have said thank you. Fuck. I think the people have said thank you. This realm is our birthright. We have the right to live and exist here for free without no system, resources, or backhanded support. Exactly. Side note, your skin and hair looks absolutely beautiful today, mother. Oh, thank you, yeah. This hair be giving me hell, though. Exactly, Fatima Oracle, melanin popping and nine ether and beautifully. Oh, thank you. Harriet was real chill. The military indoctrinate the people and turn them into PTSD power bottoms. Oops. They come with a happy meal and toys doing the Mayo system's dirty work. No shade. A military guy said hello. We're not last minute. Yeah, Sandy, that was the one I picked. But yeah, child. So it was something else that I wanted to talk about on this live. So yeah, we still have our event coming up next month in New York. Right now we still in New Orleans. I had a beautiful time at my sister Jasmine's 48th birthday party. It was very, 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 very beautiful. We had a wonderful time. I had channeled Medusa. I'm going into my dragon era. Like, I'm going into my dragon era. And that was one thing that I wanted to address also while I was on this live. Um, because I am on borrowed time now. I could probably talk for another 5 minutes. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this Leviathan story right fast. And you know, Anandia, we've been talking about this in the inbox. So so with the Leviathan story, that okay, so the lake of fire is every 1,000 years, and you know, people is saying that we supposed to be living in the last days, you know, that keep coming up, you know, they say every time the trans community, they say in history, historically, every time the trans community has risen up, every time the queer community has risen up, empires have failed. And you know, the deposit that I got from that now, and what I'm understanding is, in my heart, I feel that this is the shift happening. We're hearing about the Kundalini energy. We're learning more about Tiamat. We're learning more about the rainbow serpent, Sophia. And the rainbow serpent and Tiamat. Okay, so I think Tiamat is Gnostic or Sumerian, or maybe Sophia is Gnostic. But I know that Tiamat, Kundalini, the rainbow serpent, all of these are different names given to this gigantic dragon-like serpent-like entity. And in the Bible, they talk about the dragon, they talk about the serpent, you know, they talk about that entity, and they say that there's going to be a fight that's going to go on between the patriarchy, basically the brotherhood, because when we talk about God, we're talking about Yahweh, we're talking about a masculine God. We're not talking about a whole being. We're talking about the patriarch. We're talking about Marduk. We're talking about Zeus. We're talking about the one-sided, lopsided being that has us bound in this reality, which I honestly think is hell. I think we're in one of the 9 circles of hell, if you want me to be perfectly honest. Like, motherfuckers always telling you gonna die and go to hell, bitch. Little do they know, bitch, that's where we're at now. That's where we're in one of the 9 circles of hell, bitch. So anyway, I think that um right now, that Kundalini, that dragon energy, that Sophia energy, that serpent energy, because it's Aquarius season, that energy is rising. And that energy is not just rising in beings who are born with vaginas, beings who are born with wombs. That energy is rising in everything that came from the divine mother. It's rising in everyone who has a connection to the divine feminine, specifically in queer people and trans people, because a lot of us are, we recognize our connection to the divine mother. Well, all of us don't. All of us don't, because some of us, we hold, we two spirited, and we'll still, won't he do it? Didn't he make a way? He gonna fix it. And then when we're experiencing problems, when we're experiencing troubles, when our life is not going right, we wanna complain about why life not treating us right, when you have purposely made it your business. And let's be clear, you can be financially sound and doing very well financially. You could be spiritually and emotionally bankrupt. So don't think that just because your finances is good, everything is good. Because if you pray to Yahweh, Yahweh does have the power to bless you monetarily, because Yahweh demands a lot of money. Yahweh has a lot of wealth because Yahweh is working through them pimps in the church house, taking all y'all money. Yahweh have a lot of resources because Yahweh working through the pimps in the church. So Yahweh do have a lot of money. But see, Tiamat, see Sophia, see that maternal energy, that divine feminine energy, that is how we learn how to be stewards of the land, and we take care of the land and the land takes care of us. But when you dealing with Marduk, when you dealing with the father, you have to work, you have to work to destroy the land. You have to get over on people to build up your wealth. You have to invest in capitalism. You have to invest in corrupting in corrupt businesses and corrupt organizations so he can take care of you. And a lot of y'all think that y'all praying to somebody, but you really praying to the father of lies. Because if you think that you could survive without contributing to the land and without caring for the land, if you think you can do that, then you're being lied to. Then you're being lied to. That's a lie. The lie detector test has determined that was a lie. You might get away with it for now. But anyway, this fight that's getting ready to happen, this esoteric fight, this spiritual fight that's going to happen between those who are trying to cling to capitalism, cling to the matrix, and those who are awakening to, hey, we've only been told half the story, and now that we know more of the story, because we still all don't know the whole story, but now that we're getting more information and we're realizing, because see, I don't believe that the dragon is evil. Do I believe that the dragon is not in line with this world as it is? Do I believe that the dragon's presence will rearrange business as usual and people gonna have to get back to basics? People gonna have to remember the land. People gonna have to start acknowledging the land that has been holding them. People gonna have that come to Yemaya Oshum, have come to that, like people gonna have that moment of clarity, and that moment is going to feel like devastation. That moment is going to feel like the rearranging of everything that you knew. And that's one of the reasons why, like she said earlier, I've been trying to stay ready so I don't have to get ready. When that being, when that force, when that energetic frequency rises up, it's going to look like havoc, because some people are going to have to be forced into their awakening. Some people are so deep into their delusions, so deep into their psychosis, that it's going to take catastrophic things to wake them up. Some people are not receiving the tap on the shoulder. Some people need to be punched in their fucking face. Some people, you can't give them a nudge. Some people need to have everything in their existence shaken completely the fuck up for them to say, oh, wait a minute. This is, and unfortunately, a lot of people are like that. And so because so many people are like that, even if you are awakened, even if you have your stuff together, you're gonna feel the residual because somebody around you is not. Somebody around you just ain't got it yet. It just ain't sunk in yet. That's what they call stray bullets. So, but I think that Tiamat, Sophia, I think that the dragon, that frequency, this phase that we're moving into, I think it looks like destruction. It looks like destroy and rebuild. It looks like creation. It looks like the inside of a cocoon when a caterpillar is turning into a butterfly. And we know that look nasty. We know that look disgusting. We know that look horrible. Baby, we going into the cocoon. And what the caterpillar is, a little worm. Like a little snake, a little baby snake. A little bitty snake-like thing. Going into that cocoon. And baby, everything got to be rearranged and knocked loose and reformed and refashioned and reshaped and yeah. And I think that that's what Tiamat represents. I think that that's what Sophia represents. And I think that that's going to be painful for people who are afraid of change, for people who change is hard for people who are uncomfortable with change. That's going to be real hard. It's going to give gnashing of teeth energy. Centuries of suppression. The whole self is going to look like Pandora's box being apeshit. We're told the bleached Netflix story, not the authentic decolonized story. That's not televised. You better say that. You gotta have allyship with other predators to make the system happy. Yahweh. Away. Yahweh is an ancient pimp. It looks like destruction, but it's a metamorphosis to a new beginning. You better say that change is inevitable. Oh, you on it. You right here with me. You right here with me. All right, 27. All right, Divine 9. In Divine 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 9 again. Triple 9. Triple 6. Period. High frequency melanin. Period. High frequency melanin. Period. They'll get it though. But yeah, okay, so I've been on here for 42 minutes. But yeah, so we got an I think I'm gonna try to do another check-in live to test the Zoom at some point between now and Ancestors Day, because I do think I want to do a Zoom on the 31st. Also we have an event coming up in November in New York with Lynn, who is the mother of the National Trans March of Visibility. So we have a collaboration coming up with her. And in December, I'm really excited about celebrating Laylim Layler's 8th anniversary. Laylim Layler is about to be 8 years old. So we is going to have a really, really nice celebration for Laylim Layler. I'm going to let y'all know in the future how you could support, how you could participate, and if we're going to be doing any giveaways during that time. I will let you know as the details continue to come in. I'm really, really, really excited about, just all of the wonderful things that are happening in the nation. Again, all of the support that I've been getting on TikTok. Child, like I said, I did a video on TikTok, and it was like maybe like 2 minutes long. And I went into my mother and my father, my grandmother and my grandfather. Child, I'm gonna be the first to tell you, I've been creating content for 15 years, and I've never had 700 people to emoji in agreement with something that I said. This not a big deal for some people who do big numbers, but to me, it's not just that I got a lot of views. It's that I said what I said with my whole chest. It's people supporting me when I say what I say with my whole chest. Because a lot of people, they do numbers, but they're not being completely authentic about who they are. They're not saying it with their whole chest. They're doing a little bit of strategy. They're not like, and I'm not gonna say that I'm not a strategic person, but I created, how I fashioned this internet space was for me to be able to be completely vulnerable. Y'all, if the people who've been following me on this platform, y'all know I used to get in front of the camera naked, as naked as I could get away with. I used to put my arms in front of my nipples, and I have my stuff tucked between my legs. That was before my sex change. And I have it tucked between my legs, and I would be naked in front of the camera talking about what's going on with me. I still have that video. That video got 230 something thousand views and 200 and something emojis. When I said what I said about T.S. Madison, the video got about 6,000 or 7,000 views, and it got about 200 and something emojis. I got another video where I talk about the first black sex change, and that video got about 200 and something thousand views, and that video got almost 300 emojis. But never in all my years of creating content have 700 people, 700 and counting people was like, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. And it's not me doing a video tutorial on makeup. It's not me doing a video tutorial on hair. It's not me dragging somebody else. It's not me selling a product. It's not me dressed up trying to look pretty up on Massa Plantation. It's not for that. It's the reason why I'm celebrating it, and the reason why I'm excited about it is because I was saying something that really means something to me, that's important to me, that resonates with me, that I've living my life on, that I'm standing on, that I've been standing in my life, and it means something. It's quality, and it's something that can help the next generation. Somebody who's feeling suicidal, someone who's feeling like they're unloved, somebody who's feeling like they don't matter, somebody who think that, oh, if you get a sex change, you have to be unclockable, they better not get your tea. Somebody who's thinking like that. Like my model, my example, my personhood, it speaks to that. It challenges that. And it lets you know that just because you got your pussy, you don't have to hide in a corner. You don't have to go and hide and fade into the background out of fear of getting clocked. Because this is not about blending in or fitting in or getting the respect of men. It's about feeling comfortable in my body. It's about my body being in alignment with how I want to move and the decisions I want to make. This is not about pleasing a man. You know, the DL Whisperer is one who think that we only exist to trick and fool men. And I'm not gonna lie, I look on TikTok, child, I be looking in the comment section. I have never seen so many hungry women on the internet like this in this age. And I'm not slut shaming. Child, I could look at a man and find a man attractive, but the way y'all be acting in these comment sections, child, it's like the women and the men in traded places. And then y'all don't even know half of these men's sexuality, and y'all be in the comment section. Ooh, where his brother at? I'm looking, and child, I'm a detective. The boys in the picture be looking like they 17, 18, 19 years old, barely 20 years old. And you go and look on the woman page who in the comment section flirting with him, and girl, it's giving cougar down. Now, I ain't gonna sit up here and lie and say I'll find some younger boys attractive, but not enough to be in their DMs or not enough to be in their comment section talking about some, ooh, damn, you fine, ooh, you need to come by me, ooh, when you gonna be about. It's not that serious. Like, I could look at a young person and say, in my mind, you are attractive, you look nice, but baby, just because the body is fully developed does not mean that the mind is. It does not mean the mind is, boo. It does not mean the mind is. And you not about to force me to play them games because, baby, you could be fine as hell and immature as a fucking 3-year-old. If you don't get your halfling ass off this live, Yosaki, we don't live in that world with you. We do not live in that reality with you, boo. They okay? Oh, okay. Yeah, they that we don't live in that reality with you. We do not live in that reality with you, boo. We do not live in that reality with you, Bookie. I'm having deja vu. Ooh. It's people that have numbers do the humiliating and degrading themselves, contributing to division, being con artists, self-hating halflings, and reiterating the false binary. Yeah, because you look at a lot of these, no tea, no shade to the Butch Queens, child. They be on there, bitch, my bag, my purse, my shoes, this and that and this and that. And a lot of people just be wanting to follow them because they got, all of this material stuff. But baby, you're following yourself. And I was watching a live today, and this really, really, impacts how, like, it was a black dude. He was on his way to work. He was so happy food stamps is getting cut off, like they ended food stamps in Philadelphia. He said every able bodied person should be able to work. But do you have an able mind? Then if one of these able-bodied people who is not able-minded get on that clock and snap and take a whole block with them, Molotov cocktails and all, y'all gonna be ready to burn them at the stake when y'all could have just left them at home getting them food stamps. But you worried about an able body. And you're willing to put hundreds and thousands of bodies in jeopardy sometimes because you trying to get work out of somebody. Talking about everybody should be able to work. You don't know what's going on with people mentally. You don't know what's going on with people emotionally. You don't know what's going on with people spiritually. Talking about every able-bodied person. Them little $200 in food stamps a month, it could be saving lives. That little welfare check, that little piece of change could be saving lives. Y'all think everybody should be working. No, baby. Some people know too much. Some people know too much. Some people done seen too much. And you put them in the environment and you want them to tap dance and smile and play pretend, and all of a sudden they get a flashback, some PTSD kick in, some unresolved grief, and bitch, that's it for everybody. But you want everybody to work. You want everybody to punch a clock. That man say he won't work till he die. That man say he don't even want to draw his pension or he don't want to draw his benefits. He say he hope he never have to take his benefits. He say he want to die on the clock. A black man said that. An American black man said he want to die on the clock. He said, thank you, God, for Donald Trump. Thank you, Father, for Donald. He said, thank you for good leadership. He said, thank you for the government. He said, I'm so glad for good leadership. He said, I'm so thankful for it. Thank you, God. Hallelujah. I want to work till the day I die. I want to die on the clock. That motherfucker said he wanted to die on the clock. And every able-bodied, this was a black man, darker than me, hair kinkier than mine. And you want me, y'all, black people something. And bitch, I'm black. Bitch, I'm sitting out here with all this melanin telling you, Bitch, our people is something. He was singing. He was rejoicing that food stamps got